Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's a girl Cleo. I always say stay subscribed and we always have a good time on this channel. I don't know how many people miss me, but then I really want to sincerely apologize for taking such a long break and not being here. I've been trying to do a couple of things and they just got to clash along with my vlogging, so I just have to do one first. But I'm fully back now and I'm sorry that I had to go that long. Sorry it won't happen again. So how you guys been doing? And I hope you guys are fine. I don't know if I should be saying this anyway, but confidence of the season because Christmas is fast approaching. Okay guys, welcome to the business of the day. There's something that I've really been, bugging that's been bugging through my head, and I just feel like I should share going through my head and all round and round and round and round. So I just feel like I should talk about it and share a few tips that I feel it's okay to share, but it's not compulsory anyway because like I said, there are tips and as well guidelines. So and my topic today is how you should date. It's funny, right? I've heard a lot of people, bring standards, bring a lot of things to the table, bring a lot of qualities and all that, maybe making it mandatory for every set of persons. But my darling, I'm here to tell you today. I'm just share 3 tips, just 3 on how you should date. But don't take it serious though if you don't want to. But I just figure I should, you know, let you know their guidelines. So it's your choice to know. Okay, I think this is cool. But I stand to be corrected anyway. So by the end of this video, if you feel there's anything you want to argue about, talk about, you can just drop it down in the comment section, and I'm sure going to reply you, my darling. So the reason for these tips, or why I actually came up with that topic, because I've had a lot of people talk, like I said before, a lot of people talk about certain standards, certain things that you as an individual should do and all that. Though they are right, but sometimes I just think the point or approaches they are coming from is not really necessary. So because there's this saying that says what works for you may not work for me. So my darling, the truth is there's no way you should date. Like there's actually no way to date a person, my darling. So my darling, there are actually no rules. There are no rules of how you should really date if you want to be honest with yourself. Well, though it's still going to boil down to your kind of background and where you come from. But I think the best thing is just alright, there are no rules. So don't make things complicated for yourself, for the person, for your life and your environment, wherever you're gonna put it. Don't just make things complicated. So I think you just have to chill and hear me out. So my first point today is love yourself. Huh. Like I know I always like almost in every of my video I'm always emphasizing on loving yourself, getting to know yourself. Like cherish yourself, appreciate yourself, love who you are. Because that is the very first foundation you are going to be building any relationship on, that you're going to be establishing anything on. Is the solid foundation you're actually going to be building your relationship on. Even the Bible acknowledges that we should love our neighbor as we love ourselves. So that means for you to actually love your neighbor, you just have to love yourself first. Because I know what you don't want to do to yourself. You don't want to do to your, you wouldn't want your neighbor to do to you. You don't want to do it like you don't want to do it to yourself. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say, but my point is love yourself. Love your neighbor as you love yourself. Take that back to yourself. Like you should be able to love yourself first before you love your neighbor. Because if you are not loving yourself enough and you are loving your neighbor, my darling, you always end up tearing apart. End up being disappointed, end up just living the life that's not your life. So when you love yourself, it gives you room to discover yourself, it gives you room to understand yourself, it gives you room to appreciate yourself, it gives you room, it's going to help you actually make decisions with your awareness and it's going to help you make right decisions, either good or bad, depending on what you want Do you understand? And even when it comes out not so right or wrong, like you would be able to know that okay, you will be able to allow whatever comes without hitting yourself, because most of the time it happens that when we just live the life that we are not supposed to be living, or we are living someone else's life. That's when we blame. We always want a reaction, an explanation for everything. But when you love yourself, you know that things grows. When you fail, it's an avenue for you to grow, to kick up again, and be better, and be a better you. Yeah, it's going to really help you handle a lot of things without having to beat yourself. Most times it's when we're not living our life that we get to beat ourselves, almost want to kill ourselves for the things that we really don't have the opportunity to change, to do. We just want to kill ourselves about it because we don't really love ourselves. Because I know that when you love yourself so much, you know that when that scenario, maybe you are holding a hot water, for example, and it's about to spill on you, you know how it's going to feel on your skin. You know it's going to feel on your skin. And I think that's the best way to realize how you loved yourself, how you love yourself. So if that scenario keeps occurring in your head all the time, it's going to help you know that okay, I don't think I should allow this. I don't think this should be this. It's going to really stop a lot of desperation. Like, I know sometimes you can be desperate about a business or something, but that's not what I'm talking about now. I'm actually talking about the relationship part. So when you love yourself to 100 over 100 or 125 over 100, though I'm not saying you should be selfish, but it's good to be selfish with yourself anyway. You should love yourself to that point that you don't give in for what is going to hurt you, except it comes unknowingly, like you are prepared for it. You just got to love yourself enough to forgive yourself and allow it go, allow it be. Do you understand? And just move on. And two, it's going to cut off a lot of insecurities. It's going to be replaced with confidence. It's going to be replaced with boldness. Like, you can do anything. You can actually live the life you want. Do the things even if it doesn't come at that particular time. When you love yourself so much, it's going to give you patience. You're going to understand the patience. You see the joy in your weight. You see the contentment in your weight. You will just be happy with yourself. You tell yourself things that really would be motivating you, and do things that will motivate you. It's also going to take away desperation. No, desperado. Every desperado spirit. Loving yourself is actually going to take it away from you, because when you get to love yourself, you see no need to be desperate. Instead of you to be desperate, you just want to work on being a better version of you. Do you understand? So with that brings me to my second point, which is identify the kind of relationship you want. Like, after loving yourself, you already know that this is what I can take, this is what I cannot take, this is what is good for you. So sometimes it's good to come out of your comfort zone. That is why you need to identify the kind of relationship that you want at that point in your life, at your stage. Even if it's coming for you, should you really accept this? Should you really go for this? Do you really need it? When you identify these things, you will know the kind of relationship that you need. Because there are sometimes you really don't need something serious. Like, I'm not coming to come and lie to you or motivate you that every damn time you should go for something serious. You should be this, that. No. That's why my darling, I said there's no rules. Don't let anybody deceive you, because you're just going to end up living other people's life, and at the end of the day, you're not going to be having this satisfaction that you want from yourself. So always move with the satisfaction within. If you're satisfied, if it's what gives you satisfaction, that you should always have a committed relationship. If a relationship with intention, my darling, always go for that. If you're okay with having flirting and just being a playgirl, being a bitch, being a playboy, and all that, fine, it's cool, because you're aware of what you want, and for the fact that you can actually go for it, even if you might not be acting it so well. Sorry, you can't really be acting. You will not playing it so well or something. Or one point or the other, you're getting disappointed or something. Mentally, you'll be able to forgive yourself, because actually, You loved yourself, you allowed it, you are conscious of it. So it depends. Expectations that maybe at the end of the day turn out to be a disappointment will go without you killing yourself and losing yourself. You just let it slide. Do you understand? So when you identify this fact about this whole issue, darling, you are good to go. Like I said, there are no rules, they're just guide principle. Identifying the kind of relationship you want, irrespective of your age, your status, your class, whatever it is. Identifying the kind of relationship you want, or you want at that point in your life, is going to help you, it's going to save you, even not 100% but to some extent, because sometimes the pain that you are conscious of, it can't be compared to the pain that you aren't expecting or that you're not prepared for. I don't know if that makes sense, but if it does, think about it again. So it's really going to help you, cut off some expectations, realize there are some certain things you don't need, you need. It's really going to help you identify those things. So you check yourself, look at your point, look at your stage. The third point on this issue, or on this guideline principles, it's keep your mouth shut. Like, keep your mouth shut. If there's anything that you should keep most private, like keep the private, like keep, I don't know if there's any language, I don't know if I should use pidgin English to say it. Shut up your mouth. Yeah, keep your mouth shut. Like when it has to actually do with your relationship, it's a very personal issue in your life that you should learn to keep your mouth shut. I know sometimes there are traumas, there are reasons to doubt, to ask questions, want to know, you're just curious. Sweetheart, if you give yourself time in that relationship, you will see, you will learn, you will understand, you will know. And I believe God gave every one of us, common sense to be able to distinguish between good and bad, right and wrong, harm and safety. So if you're in a relationship, you sense danger, I don't think you need advice. Like, you know when you should leave, when you should stay. You sense small insecurities. You know when, if you should leave, if you're going to be patient, if you should, like, you just know. Because for you to be accepting a relationship, you are a full grown adult. I'm not talking to teenagers here. I'm talking to adults that are ready for dating, are ready to have relationship, irrespective of the relationship you are going to be having. Do you understand? You can't tell me that you want to have a fling and be having expectation of somebody to be committed with you and all that. So you should be prepared for what you want to expect. Do you understand? So keeping your mouth shut about your relationship is going to save you more harm than good. This one I'm talking from experience. I'm talking from factual facts from people around me, stories I've heard and all that. I think the only reason why your relationship should be discussed somehow, one way or the other, it's when maybe you're facing an abusive relationship. I don't even think you should be discussing that, because if you like violence in your relationship, fine, it's cool. You don't really need advice. You just have to enjoy it. And if you must even ask for advice, if you must share your relationship, if you must share it with somebody, maybe you want advice, you want insight, you just want something. Well, if you ask me, me clear, I suggest that you ask the Holy Spirit. But if the Holy Spirit is too far from you, my darling, go for counseling. Seek advice from. You need a counselor, or better still, a distance friend, confidant, someone that you are very sure. Because I don't really know in this world that we are, if we can really be sure of anybody. Because trust me, your friend can be your enemy tomorrow. Never say never. It's only Jesus that remains. Jesus. Even devil might even change to become saying, "Oh, Jesus, I'm sorry. I want you to accept me back." And Jesus might just end up forgiving him. So it's only Jesus last that is permanent. So my darling, you know yourself. You know the things that you want. That's why I said at first that you should love yourself. When you love yourself enough, you know things that you should tolerate, things that you shouldn't tolerate, things that are beyond your capacity to handle. You just let them go. You don't have to let them get to you. You let them go. If you are in a toxic relationship, you should know what is a red flag to you. And I think the first red flag that anyone should sense in a relationship, without telling any soul flag that anyone should sense in a relationship, without needing advice, without even needing your teeth to tell your eye, it's peace. When you're in a relationship and either be it a thing, a flirt, commitment, whatever, an entanglement, whatever it is, and you don't have peace with it, my darling, I think that's the highest and the very, very best first red flag. You should pack your kaya and leave. Leave that relationship, my darling, because what doesn't give you peace will not make you love yourself. You'll be so unsettled and restless. So you should always go for what gives you peace, so that your partner on the other hand will be having peace. You too will be having peace, and everybody will just. The life is not that difficult when we understand these things. Just as some people know, and at the end of the day, even when you feel that at the beginning you are being brainwashed, my darling, it's never too late to retrace your step. It's only when somebody is dead that can actually it's only when someone is dead that can actually there's no other chance. So the energy that I used to go and be asking people opinions when it's actually you that's wearing the shoe, you don't know if it fits. It's okay, let them admire, but you know the shoe you're wearing is tight. You should know when to pull it off. You should know when to dance with it. You should know when to dash it out. So don't waste your time. I'm going to be asking people questions, because last their life is different from you. Their pattern is different from you. They like what you don't like. Okay, just imagine I like red and you like blue, and you're asking me if red is fine. My darling, because I know blue is fine. Blue is always fine. Blue will always be fine to me. The least I can do is to convince you to tell you that blue is the best. So if you have your common sense, you tell you that, okay, I love red. Do I really need red? That's how it should be. So seeking counsel, opinions, and all that from it's even better to make it a discussion. Like if you know that you must talk, like I must ask for advice. I must talk to somebody. If you can't afford a counselor, if you cannot afford a counselor and the Holy Spirit, my darling, you can as well make your relationship a topic of discussion. And mind you, don't like I will advise you shouldn't make it really a scenario where it's not you. You can just be center it to be somebody else and all that. Maybe from the collections of opinions and advices, you cannot pick the one that's relevant to you. But if you ask me, I don't think there's any need, because you know what's good for you. You know what's good for yourself. Like what you know that is not good for you. You shouldn't be asking people if it's good for you. So without wasting so much time, that's the end of my video today, and I love you so much. Please, if this video is helpful to you, please like and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you in my next video. I love you. Bye.